That was just enough of a pause there where that fear and loathing comes over you that, oh my God, I'm not going to get a free laundromat. Mike found me on YouTube the same way that you are, and Mike grabbed my silly course. Mike felt compelled to send me an email and say, you know what, Danny, I want to move further with your personal help. I want your cell phone number. I want to get on the phone with you. I want to talk. We did that, and less than 30 days later, we've got a letter of intent sent out to a landlord. I'm here in Santa Monica in LA County visiting with Joe, separate story, but I can juggle two balls. We're here to talk to Joe about his multi-million-dollar success story, but I'm working for you. I can't put a pin in your lease negotiation because it's a slow Wednesday. I can't do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to walk away from my desk the way people do and, the work will be there on Monday. That's not in my nature. And you yourself have hired me to do this. There is some urgency to this. I know when it's time to ignore the landlord and let time pass, but that time is gone. So what we're going to do is call Mike. Doesn't matter where I am in the world, what I'm doing, whether or not I have a team of editors, the Maharishi himself, we got to get this done.
Yes, sir.
Sir, my ass. All right, help me out. Where are we at? What are we doing? They emailed us, correct?
Are you looking at the document?
Yes.
Yeah, she emailed back. Well, she sent the lease draft, and then in the email, and she put that little paragraph in there that I put about, that she had about business tax returns or business, whatever she wanted, credit.
Per our letter of intent, this is you, right? Responding to her.
Correct.
Per our letter of intent, rent is to be abated for 6 months and then $1,000 gross for the following 6 months. 10.3 is unlikely that we'll be operating within 120 days. So explain all this to me.
So
what is it that they're saying?
On
this is the good part about being me, by the way, where I don't really have to go through any of this. You're the one that's going to look at it with a fine-tooth comb. You're the one that's going to tell me what you take umbrage with, where the issues are, and I'm going to tell you what we need to do about it. Go ahead.
Okay, so their lease said that the rent was abated for 3 months, and then it was like another weird number, like 1,200 or 1,100 or something after that, instead of the 6 months.
We agreed upon 6 months. End of story.
Right, correct.
Yeah.
And 1,000 gross after that for the following 6. And then they said they had to be open within 120 days operating.
No.
Right.
To go point by point, that's them trying to be certain that you're not jerking their chain, but why would you? That's all that is.
Okay. Then the HVAC, that number 4, like the things says that it's all my responsibility, and we had a discussion. He told you on the phone because we talked about it being warrantable,
right?
Warranted and all that stuff, and he told you
it's in the triple net.
It's in the triple net
That's
lease,
huge.
Right?
Thank you for outlining all of that. As far as I'm concerned, this is not a deal any longer.
Right.
That was just enough of a pause there where that fear and loathing comes over you that, oh my God, I'm not going to get a free laundromat. But
no, actually I don't. This one's, I'm not like make or break on this one because obviously the fear and loathing that I have is obviously about freaking out that I'm probably getting in over my head and not, worried about retooling.
Well, that is not where you want to be. You want to be at the precipice and ready to jump, not the opposite of that. You want to be in a position where you say, this is what I'm doing, because that's how people become rich and powerful. Otherwise, you go to a job every day. I'm not saying this is you, but I've had folks many times, Mike, who are in this position, and LOI gets accepted. They get everything they want. The beautiful girls going to prom with them, and they get cold feet, and they don't show up. Where is your substantial wealth coming from, if not this?
No, this is it.
Okay.
No,
they've gone back on their word. That's the importance of the Google document. That's the importance of the whole process. Making sure that we take good notes, that we write down every infinitesimal word that the landlord or their agent says, because now we can say, oh, I'm sorry, on such and such a date, on this time, we were told that the air conditioning is not an issue, and here we are. All right, we're going to call Andrew, because Andrew's our contact. I don't feel comfortable suddenly bringing Kimmy into it. You said it, I didn't. But she's his supervisor, not the landlord anyway, right?
She's just like a leasing manager. He's the owner.
You think Andrew is the actual landlord who owns the property?
He said he did. He told us that. I think you asked him that, and he said it was his property.
Okay. I didn't really get that impression. It seems to me that she's his supervisor. All right, well, let's hammer that out first. I'm calling him. Here we go.
Hello?
Andrew, Danny D.
Hey, what's going on, man?
We have some back and forth. Help me out, refresh my memory here. Do you own the building or you work for the powers that be as a part of a real estate investment trust? Who are the characters here?
So I have a partnership. My partner and I are I don't know if we own 51%, but we have control.
Okay, good. That's what I thought. And
so,
Kimmy is one of your leasing agents.
My head of leasing. She runs all my leasing across our portfolio.
Got it. We emailed back, and I'm sure this pipeline's direct to you. Obviously, we take notes. We take this pretty seriously. We have dates, times. I'm not making a threat. At some point, X was said, and then Y ends up in writing. Most of this is infinitesimal. It's not a big deal. She wrote back that we're to have the doors open in 120 days. Well, no. I want to open the doors tomorrow. I want to have this place retooled and rocking. I want to have 2 wash-dry fold attendants with roller skates and bikinis rolling around, but that ain't going to happen. We can't order the equipment, Brian, until we have the lease signed. And when we order the equipment, we're at the behest of the distributor that we choose, and we're going to choose a distributor according to their price. So these dominoes have to fall in a certain order. I don't see how that's an issue. We need to line through our opening date. And I get it, trust me, I own commercial space. You want to make sure we're not going to flake completely and you're stuck, but why would we? We want to get this place operational as soon as possible.
So is you saying there's language in the lease that says you guys have to be open and operating?
Yeah, and I don't even think it's a big deal, but that's what she wrote back. 10.2, open within 100. It's probably standard verbiage. It's probably boilerplate stuff, so we'll just line through it and send it back.
Yeah. I'll take a look at 10.2.
Yeah. Next, there's a sign there. You're telling me you're not going to spend any money. As long as the sign's fully functional, we don't care. I'm putting all this in writing to you. The biggest thing, honestly, is the HVAC. When I mentioned, hey, we need to have good working air conditioning, especially in a laundromat, I think I went into some detail. And you said, no problem, it's part of the triple net. The air will be taken care of. And in writing here, Kimmy wrote back that that's not part of your leases. So I have your word on that, and I don't know why she wrote that.
I'm going to talk with her about that. So let me have a conversation with her, and we get back to you on that.
Okay.
Yeah, maintenance and repair of the HVAC. Lease says it's your obligation, but then there's another section that says we're going to self-perform that obligation for you and include it in the operating costs.
Okay.
We probably should just clean that all up.
Yeah.
There is the section in there that says we elect to self-perform the maintenance.
I figured that this discussion would go as smoothly as it is. Last thing, and this is probably, again, boilerplate verbiage. Exhibit B, paragraph 9. I love this. I should have been a lawyer. It needs to be changed because it says that we can't use vending machines in the customer area.
Oh, we're okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a laundromat. We'd be in a lot of trouble if not. We farm that out, in fact. So if you have somebody you want us to use, as long as the percentage is high, we'll even use them. We're not going to go fill soda and snack machines. That's not our vocation.
Yeah, I have upset with our current vending partner at our office building. So
it happens.
Good recommendation.
Brian, you've always been a pleasure. We'll put all the changes in writing and send it over to you and Kimmy.
Sounds great.
Thanks, dude. Bye. There you have it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured.
Quit being a pussy. Sign the lease when it comes over.
Just send that whole paragraph.
Yeah, just send it again and CC both of them and CC me as well.
Okay, cool.
You're getting closer.
Then we'll sign it.
Yep. Okay. All right. I'm coming to Missouri. We're going to...
Come on.
What is there to do there other than eat barbecue?
We got barbecue. We got, I don't know. What do you want to do? You can probably shoot guns.
I shoot guns at home.
Yeah, that's true.
You want to shoot guns, you come to Arizona. Think about it. You heard it here first. Ciao.
Great. See ya.
There's a moment with, I think, most people when these leases are going back and forth and they see in writing that there's been a change, whether it's 1 or 2 or 3 characters or it's the same person you spoke with, that's when it's bad. And that newbie, perhaps you, says, oh my God, it's the end of the world. Why are they writing this? Why are they saying something other than what we already agreed upon? Call them up. Call them up and talk about it. You saw how simple it was with Brian where I said, hey, this isn't right. And I'm gonna go talk to her. He's known Kimmy for God knows how long, 6 days, 6 months, 6 years. I don't kid myself that I'm a better friend to him. I'm not. I've never met him. I probably never will. So don't get into that trap. But call them up. Say, hey, this isn't correct. This is what we talked about. And I made a little threat there. Hey, we keep dates and times. We know that you already said yes to this. That's part of the game. Oh, no problem. So everything that Mike took umbrage with is now smooth moved over, done. And he was concerned about it, and I told him last week, ignore it, they'll write back. And they did. Kimmy wrote again and said, "Oh, what about these changes?" That's why we do it. That's why time is always on our side. But we also heard something interesting in Mike where he's got a little cold feet action. I've been doing this 20 plus years. I have seen people get the perfect deal handed to them on a silver platter, and I never hear from them again. Don't let that be you.
I'm pretty sure this hot water heater's got a few more good years left in it.